What up, Wheatfield? What it do? Welcome back to the Wheatfield, y'all. Welcome to you. If you knew, hey, welcome to you too. This is your girl Lati. I am a channeled messenger and coming to bring a message to thee. If you want to stick around and hear it, if you vibe, subscribe. You know what I mean? You know how I go. Hit the little button, whichever color it is now these days, yo. I mean, I really don't know. I feel like this setup is just all off and weird and stuff, and it's like, it's getting on my nerves. I don't like it. Okay, there we go. That's a little bit better. Yeah, more centered because we was kind of off kilter. Anywho, y'all, how y'all doing? Welcome back. Welcome to the Wheatfield, y'all. This Wheat Wednesday. Put a smile on your face. We're going to have a playful kind of day. Yesterday, I got a little serious, but it was on some serious stuff. And we still going to touch on it today. But we going to do it in a whole nother way. Reproach. Ashe. Ha! Thank you. Go ahead on Faith the Revelator. I love her. She's such a sweet soul. I mean, seriously, yo. She was so right. She left a segment yesterday on her channel, and it was about speaking the truth. Which we do. We speak the truth because, I mean, it ain't really in us to lie. It's just not. We get corrected and we can feel the spirit like, don't exaggerate. Ain't no need to lie, Ashe. No need to embellish. The truth stands on its own. I mean, for those who really and ready to seek it. And that's the problem. A lot of people just not really ready to seek truth. They not. You know, we so held fast to what we've been conditioned to that it's real difficult for us to receive anything new. It ain't really new. It's just the old coming back to you. And if you never had the old real, then it's going to feel new. And I'm going to say a couple things that might, I don't know how you're going to receive it. I'm just saying. I can make you move around if you ain't really in that place. So, warning. If you don't like to have your faith challenged or just question anything in your faith, this might not be the space for you. It just really might not. If you're not ready to open yourself up to hear something different, or if you don't feel secure enough to just have conversation, this might not be the space for you. I'm just saying. I love you. I love you. I do. I love you. Everything in their own time, everybody on their own journey. And it ain't for me to force it. Shit. It's just not. Okay? And yeah, we cuss too. Because if it's shit, then that's what we call it. Boo. I'm just saying. We working on it. We try not to be profane and vulgar. Definitely not vulgar. But profane, it might get there depending on the messaging. I mean, how hot that lobby is. It'll be hell hot coming up. I'm saying. And it'll tear some shit up. Burn some shit up. Because I be burning up on the inside out when it come to talking about the Alpha and Omega and where people going in terms of salvation. And you have absolutely no idea what you're talking about. Like I'm real bothered by ignorance. I am. Because I value the principal thing, wisdom. And I'm always learning and I'm always seeking and I'm always asking for correction. Because your girl could get going. And then I'll say something that ain't technically right. Like, you know, like the Council of Nicaea and when did they meet? You know what I mean? It definitely wasn't in the 1600s, my week. That was King James. You know what I mean? So, give me a grace. You know, we growing. Whatever. At the end of the day, it should make you think about some shit and go study on your own, Ashe. Because you ain't got to take shit I say for nothing, for whatever. Just be like, oh, I heard something and that sound like something I want to dig into and look into it further. I'm just saying. Whatever's clever. Let me get a sip of sunshine, because that's what we're going to be on today. We got the card out. Where'd it go? Did I turn it over? Yeah, playful. We posted it. Playful. But it's something about this horse being on this merry-go-round that I don't really like so much. She's not free. She can't roam and frolic and shit like horses supposed to do, like naturally. Get that sip. Welcome back to the Wheatfield, y'all's wheat. What it do? Welcome back to the Wheatfield, y'all. Welcome to you, y'all's wheat in the house. What up, my wheat? What up? Did you know you was the wheat? Did you know that you was called for good bread? I hope you do. We are creation. We are creation, and we are whole, and we are complete. There's nothing broken, and there's none missing. I'ma just go with that statement right there. Because I could say something that make people be like, ooh, that's wrong. And I don't see how when you look at it from that perspective. Just think about it, okay? Because, see, so much of our ancient history and knowledge has been, it's been fucked with. I mean, quite honestly, I don't know any other way nicely to say it. It's been manipulated. There we go. Thank you, Omega. There we go. Gratitude. Gratitude for your own personal journey. We just said that. Everybody in their own way. Getting there. Be grateful for the ability to expand yourself, Ashe. You see them books, like I said, I value wisdom, the principal thing. And I'm already learning. I mean, already learning. Yeah, for the day, we did. Because we already been doing some studying, Ashe. We done took some notes in our book. We done took some clips on the phone. We going to make some more content to really put it out. I need another device so that I can, like, read and present all at the same time. We going to work on it. We getting there. But today is a day that we're going to release some more stuff. But we're going to reproach it. Thank you. Go ahead on, Faith. We're going to do it in another way. Kindness begets kindness, right? Because the intent is for us to be engaging. I ain't trying to just shout you down. Even though sometimes I get pissed off and I let it out how it come out. And that's just it. It's because I honor my feelings. I do. Anger is an emotion. And it's a lot of energy that can be used to propel us. You know, transmute it. You know what I mean? And that's what we're doing. We're working through it. My own energy. Look at that. You know what I mean? I use my energy to partner with other people, but I'm not going to drag you along. You got to come along on your own way. You know what I mean? Because if I try to pull you up, you might snatch me down, not saying. We ain't doing that. We don't play no games. No, no, no. We ain't playing no games. Oh, no. Oh, no, we ain't doing that. So, what we been studying on today, Lati? Well, since you asked, we have been studying on the Black Madonna. Yes, the Black Madonna. Who is that, you say? Well, she's the original depiction of Mary and the only begotten one, so they say. I still got trepidation about that, saying that that is the only begotten one. Yes, it is the flesh, you know. It is the word made flesh, right? But is that the only begotten son? No. No, no. Warning. I could say something that make you move around. If you leave me, I'll shade. Love you. Don't make no difference anyway. Because the truth is the truth. And the whole world know the truth. But us, me and you. You know. Most of us in Western society. You know what I mean? Because, see, that goes back to a couple of things. So if I get a squirrel, work with me. Your girl be trying to hold all these little pieces and nuggets in here. And, you know, we get to rambling and talking and then we fuck around and lose it. Excuse me, Omega. We working on it. I repent. Thank you. Yes, recompense. Yes, yes. Whole self. Everything. Because, okay, back to the first thing. Alpha and Omega, called creation, right? Called it by its word, the infinite, the wisdom, the principal thing, the intelligence, right? And it moved on the breath of life. Because you can't speak a word without the breath. I mean, try to say something without breathing. It ain't gonna work. Just saying, right? So the breath and the word moving at the same time. Everything in creation was made, right? And what they spoke, called, and decreed is creation. Everything came to be. That is my term of the only begotten. Right? We are pixels. We are pieces. When they say the body of Christ, the parts are many, right? Think about it. So we are all different pieces of creation. One body. We are whole. We are complete. There's nothing broken and there's nothing missing. So when I say that creation itself is the only begotten son of the Alpha and Omega, that's what I mean. I'm not calling any particular entity, any particular body, any particular person, messenger, thing, anything. Not even a principal thing and not even a breath. Because they both went out at the same time. If anything, they was twins, right? You could say it like that. I mean, people talk about Jacob and Esau all the time and this, that, and the other. But it's just, if they both was called at the same time, then it would be dual. It still wouldn't be one. They would be two parts of the same thing. Two parts of a whole. Two halves, right? Anywho, I need another sip. But people would take what you say and just get that small little piece and then they misconstrue it. So this is a deeper, you know, thinking and psychology of Lati and why I say things the way that I say it. Because they've given it on to thee. This is the revelation that has been given on to me. Again, Alpha calls, Omega decrees, the beginning to the end. And everything in between is creation. Everything. Everything. Not just our little plane, not just Earth, everything, everywhere. Everything did they make by the word, the principal thing, and it moves on the breath or the life force, the holy chi. However you want to slice it, is that activating force, right? And as everything comes, whatever it is, that is creation. The only begotten Son. So are we all brothers and sisters? Absolutely. Is there one above the other? No. Not even a breath, not even the intelligence. We are all here. We all contain a breath. We all contain intelligence. So how could you put one above the other? Now, moving on to the next piece. Hopefully you with me and you can get where I'm coming from. That is not nothing insidious. It's just plain reality. That's all I'm saying. Just basic stuff. Here's the next piece. There are a lot of energies out here. Like we all are energetically charged, right? It's called polarity. Just like a battery. You know, you got positive and negative, right? It's a lot of negatively charged energies out here. A lot, a lot. Whatever form they may take, you know what I mean? But it's a lot. It's a variety of them, Ashe. And it's a lot of them that would seek to hold power, to keep power, that have stolen power, and they seek to maintain power. Not just here in this plane. No, 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 no. We're talking about in other places too. Yes. They can come to and fro, and it's a whole lot of other things that govern that, but it depends on how deep you want to go with it. But we just going to stay right here with it because this is what we know and this is what we can really consider. So if you think about the fact that manipulation and dark psychology has been taking place on this plane for a very long time. Very long time. You know, I mean, the ancient world shows us that it's been natural disasters. You know, I mean, we got ancient monuments and temples that predate, you know, whatever, that will rival what we construct in this day. I mean, just the detail in, I mean, like, look, come on now. It ain't like this the first time we had electricity and lights and all of that. It is not. So, to really get deep in it and pull the pieces together, people struggle. They do, right? And you can go around the world and find images of the Black Madonna. Who is she? And who was the child that she carried? Ooh, coinky dink, right? But why is that she not depicted here in Western culture? And then that is on top of yesterday's, you know, little episode where we were discussing the King James Bible and the version of it. And many people don't really dig into who King James was and what they was doing and what their motivation was in the 16th century. They really don't. You know, they don't even think about, you know, when some of the translations or the Council of Nicaea and how all of those texts and pieces were put together and compiled. They don't. They don't think about the origin of things, right? We only go with what we've been taught. And then it's like, well, why would they do that? Again, the easy answer is power, to maintain power, right? And keep the current social construct. Don't want you to know who you are, beloved. Teaching you that everything about you is scary, is hoodoo, is voodoo, and all of these things that they do, and it ain't good for you. Yeah. So, I'm going to come back to that. I'm going to hopefully put a pin on it and get back to it, because we got to say this other thing. So we do know that back in the day, we had a lot of expeditions and stuff like that, and people were finding out information, and they started burning it, destroying it, right? But it's a lot of other places that still hold it, like places like Russia and Italy and stuff like that. They hold these records. They know what it is. And they have monuments of the Black Madonna everywhere. Why do they do that? Why do they truly reverence the Black Madonna instead of the depictions that we have been given here in Western culture? Is it because that they reverence the truth? Yeah, they do. With that being said, we can clearly see that what we've been given, what we've been fed, that King James sponsored the changes to the word, or the what was written in the, in the Bible, in our sacred text, and sponsored those changes. Why? I mean, he did consolidate 3 crowns. We're not going to talk about it and get deep into it. You can go and do your research if you want to. We going to put, maybe do a little segment. We'll see. I mean, it's in us to do something. I mean, we kind of did a little bit something yesterday. I took the video down because it got a copyright claim because I put Kendrick Lamar on it, and, YouTube be real strange. Anywho. But it's like, if you look at the procession of the crown, how the power was consolidated, then the procession of the crown, we can see why they changed things. Because he was an author, right? He was a prolific writer. And it wasn't like he was divinely inspired. No. He was a creative writer. I'm going to just let that sit, and I'm going to leave that right there. You can dig into it if you want to until we do that other segment. Okay? Moving on to the next point. Because we said we was going to come back to it. And see, my pen done came loose and it done fell off. Omega. Yes, why would they condition you against you? Why would, our ancestors who were brought to, the Western, the New World, why were they stripped of all of their traditions, and all of the ones that would not conform were killed off so that they couldn't pass down knowledge? And we talk about these things, but we don't ever connect the dots, right? Because again, what we've been taught and conditioned is actually against self. It keeps us from having a realization of who we are as people and where did things actually come from. And we talk about it all the time, Black Jesus, Black Jesus, Black Jesus. But we don't realize that his name was not Jesus. And some will say, yeah, well, we know it was Jehoshua and all of that. But is that even still the truth? How do you know that that's true? Because you can go down and see other names before that one. One of them would be Iesu. Spelled I-E-S-O-U-S. Yeah. Iesu. I can't pronounce it very well. But I posted to the community page a little clip on how to pronounce it. And people might say, well, does that make a difference? Yeah, it does. Because in our sacred text, it tells us that there was many, 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 many different types of energies. And at least, I want to say at least 300 that, was it Isaiah? Isaiah, was hunting down as one of the prophets, like a warrior, trying to turn the children of Israel back and get them away from worshiping false gods, right? And people could take it how you want to. I love you, Ashe. But I think it makes a difference in what name you call on and to whom you pray. If you say, oh, well, this is just a translation and this is the modern name, but how do you know before that what was actually changed? Because we're talking about very, very old information that was held in libraries that are still being burned down. I mean, anytime they find truth, they destroy it. And then they keep it from us in different parts of the world so that we do not know from whence we came and the power that you actually hold. And we were talking about last night on the divine feminine presence, and that's going back to the Black Madonna. And why is she so reverenced enough to have statues of her and her child all over the world? I'm talking about, again, Russia, Europe, Italy, Spain. I mean, like all over Spain, all over Russia, all over Europe. She's there. She's not here. Why? Why do they not want you to know? Why do they keep you indoctrinated to various different versions of a book that was sponsored by a prolific writer that had consolidated 3 crowns of power and then told the world what they were going to believe in? Like ushered in this new doctrine with all of these changes, and you are hard pressed to find a version of the text before the 16th century. And if you can find it, do you know how much it costs, beloved? Anywhere from $13,000 to $4,000. I've seen some online as $50,000. Why is my spirituality so expensive for me to read and learn the truth? Because wisdom is the principal thing. It is valued above rubies, pearls, gold, silver, anything. And they make it unaffordable and they take it out of your reach so that you don't know who you be. So to simplify things, I mean, it's not simple, but it is. It really is. If the Alpha and the Omega created all things in creation, everything, everywhere, and creation is whole, it is complete. There's nothing broken and there's nothing missing. We are one body of creation. All the knowledge is held within, and we can tap in. Then that means, then that is the Son. That is the child of the Alpha and the Omega, the only begotten. There isn't 2 creations. No, there's only one. And we are it. Everything, everywhere, nothing excluded. So this is no one above the other. It's not that. But there are energies that would like for you to think that, and it's just not true. Can you vibe with that? Can you vibe? If you can, subscribe. If you clicked off and left, I love you anyway. I send you my good energy. The intelligence be before thee, or let it be revealed unto thee. Another thing we talked about was referencing to the Black Madonna, aka the mother. Why was her story not told? Right? Again, we talk about Joseph's lineage and how, they go back, down the line. But Joseph's seed did not seed the messenger. It was supposedly an immaculate birth, right? That's the telling. And if it be an immaculate birth, then why do we not have the story of the immaculate one? The one that was gifted the word to bear it, right? It's almost like that portion of it is insignificant, right? But it's only here was she made insignificant to us. And again, that's dark psychology because it supports the patriarch. It tells you that you are just from your father's lineage, and that's just not true. It took 2 to tango. And if that story of an immaculate birth be true, then that means that she bare that child without the seed. She called it forth, or it was placed within thee, right? If it was placed within thee without the seed of a male counterpart, then she has the ability to bear and birth miracles. Why would we not have any background on, why would King James sponsor a work that would remove that? Why would he sponsor a work that took out the Apocrypha? I can't see apothecary. Excuse me. Apothecary. All the missing books, right? Why would he sponsor a work that removed them all? Because they were there before the 16th century, but then he took them out. Again, choosing what we will learn and what was applicable and what they didn't want you to know. But not just us. Here, No. Again, people who came here were running from religious persecution. It's a whole web of deceit. But we don't think about it. We just carry on and receive it as if it's truth. And then we judge each other based on the lies. Because it's lies, beloved. It's lies. Now, I'm not saying that they didn't mix truth in with the lies, because otherwise people wouldn't eat it. They wouldn't receive none of it. Because there's things in it that rings true to your spirit. Your spirit will discern. But there is things that you question even as a child, and you had to be taught to accept it. Think about it. How many people went to Sunday school, and there was things in there, and yet you was teaching, and you just like, that don't even make sense to me, and I got a child's imagination. Your spirit, your young spirit, had to be beaten into submission. And what do they use? They use fear, beloved, to make you accept things that your spirit was telling you that just didn't feel right. And before we know it, we have a voice of fear that's so loud that it overcomes the faith. It stamps it out. It is a tactic of the deceitful ones. Those who like to have power. Those who are negatively charged, low polarity. Those who don't want you to ascend or to come to polarity, come to balance. This one. Again, my own energy. They would rather pull you down than for us to reach our hand back and lift each other up. I could bring a word that make complete basic sense, and people would tear me down because they don't want to be lifted up. They don't want to come up out of the darkness and accept the fact that, yeah, in this area too we have been lied to. That they have taken what was sacred and distorted it and projection. And it's a challenge. I couldn't even turn it into upright, beloved. Projection. Do you see that crown? The heart on top of her head? Rather than reacting and projecting my emotions onto others, I remember no one is to blame. No one is responsible for the emotions I feel when someone says or does something that brings up strong emotions within me. I have the whole choice in how I respond. I do. And that's what my girl Faith was saying yesterday. We can choose to respond, and you want this one? Knowing that you shall pass away, how can you quarrel and let bitterness harden you? That's that Buddha wisdom. Omega speaks. We shall not let bitterness harden us. And yeah, I get upset. I mean, I'm talking about I get lava hot. Because like I said, I don't like for us to come at each other. I don't like people telling me that I'm condemned. I don't. I'm very sensitive about my ish. My parents, the Alpha and Omega. Yeah. Because just like you, beloved, we are the only begotten. We are creation. We are whole. We are complete. There's nothing broken and there's nothing missing. If Christ be our brother, how could he ever be the only begotten? Doesn't even make sense. It's something that you will question as a kiddo, and they tell you something to make it make sense. And they still don't, but they just use fear to make you accept it. If you don't believe it, then you're going to be left out of salvation. And what is, that's, I mean, like, okay, so we got him over across the street doing this thing. Anyway, if you want to scare the crap out of people, You tell them that they won't be saved. You tell them that they're going to be left out, that they have no access to the kingdom. Ashe, throat chakra. Thank you so much. Strengthen me, strengthen me, strengthen me, strengthen me, strengthen me. Expansive. We saw this. Learning. Every day I am learning new things and expanding into my highest potential. Is it a reason why they wouldn't want you to expand into your highest potential? Is it really a reason why they wouldn't want you to learn about what they call Shekinah, the divine feminine presence? Just saying. We looked up the word Eve, right? We looked up how in English it's Eve, in Latin it's Eva, and in Hebrew is Chava or Chava or Hava, meaning to breathe or to give life or living mother or mother of life. We also looked up again that other name, like one of the original ones of the messenger, Ashe, which we already talked about, and we posted a video to the community page. We also posted a video of, like I said, a display of very early texts and compilations of our sacred word that are still present to this day. Would cost you thousands of dollars to get your hands on one, but when you go through the book, you will see a very different set of imagery. You will see the Black Madonna. You will see the Savior, the Word made flesh. Doesn't look like anything that they've given us over here. Doesn't look like it. You can get past the introduction, because I am not advocating a whole exodus. That's not my intent. But what I am saying is consider dark psychology, manipulation. Why would they snuff us out, snuff out our education? Why would they not want you to be educated? And if the name is so significant, then why would they change it? Now, you could say it's just translation, but again, I would call bullshit. It's just a girl. Expansive. I'm learning something every day. Every day. That's just this morning's reading. We just starting today. I'm on the East Coast, EST. Yeah. It's 9:30 where I'm at. And I started before I even touched the flow. Opportunities for growth. Mindful messages we got here. Just a few. Mindful messages for me and for you. Everything is happening for me and my evolution. Creation is ready. Creation is calling. Creation is hurting. Creation is suffering. All at the hands of those who would like to maintain power. It is not a coincidence that all the world's wealth is held by 1 to 2%. It's just not. What systems of control do they use? We know religion is one of them, but we don't see how. And all of that keeps us confused and warring against each other. Creation is warring against itself. I am not a victim of the things that happen. I take ownership of my life and make the best of the challenges along my journey. Have you taken ownership of your own learning, your own discovery? Have you gone deeper just so that you can know? Just to know. Not be fearful and feel like you cannot ask, you cannot question because somebody told you you couldn't. That's like me saying, you can't go over there and ask them if they got ketchup. You'll be looking at me like, what? Why can't I ask if they got ketchup? I want some ketchup, or I want to know if they got some ketchup because I want some ketchup. And you would be like, I'm going over there to ask. What you mean I can't ask? But we let others tell us that we can't question, that we can't ask. I don't understand how we put the logic on one hand, but don't put it on the other. It's a lot of energies that do that double talk, that double speech. using a logic for and against the same thing. Come on, beloved. I see how difficult moments help me to become my best version and how I'm thankful for them. I'm thankful for yesterday. I am. Because it brought me to today. And my morning ritual is meditation, which we didn't do enough of. We got right to business. We started learning. We started studying. I mean, we had to take the kiddo to summer school because they wasn't doing what they wanted to do because they don't value education. And it's not like they don't have every tool that a parent could provide to them. It's all about whether they use it, whether they access it. Again, my own energy. How are they going to use their energy to access the resources that are available to me, that are just free? It's a click of a Google search to find out something that's a little bit more correct. You want this one, beloved? This? Yes, thank you. Intention. What is your intentions? What are their intentions? What are you going to do today? What will you learn today? What will you do to deepen and strengthen you, to fortify you, to edify you, Ashe? Today is a fresh start. No matter how my day was yesterday, thank you, Alpha, for a new beginning, Ashe. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I give it up all onto you. Everything that I am, everything that I have become, everything that I have acquired, everything that I have learned on my walk, on my journey, every emotion, every experience, I give it, every possession, I give it all onto you. For it is not mine, and no credit unto thee. I give all credit, glorification, praise unto thee, that which made me, that called my light, that gifted me with the word baked in, the breath of life, the holy chi animating me, and decreed such a thing, the Alpha, the Omega, the end, and the beginning. All things belong to it, beloved. All things. We are creation. We are whole. And we are complete. And there are a lot of dark energies that got you warring against thee. Hell, again, I get upset. You come against my parents, my mother, my father, to what? Oh no. Oh no. The same way I go hard for the ones in the flesh, what you think I'm going to do for the ones in the spirit? I'm a warrior, and we are in a spiritual battle. I get heated. Yeah, I do. But the word will show itself approved. The word is wrote everywhere for those who seek it, to seek it diligently. Not just the words given by those who will come to control thee. Let's get it together. And I love you. Let's read this card. Today is a fresh start. No matter how my day was yesterday, I can make today whatever I want. My intention for the day is greet you in kindness, to give you the same information in a different way, to present it to you in a holistic way, where it's kindness. Kindness begets kindness, because I have transmuted the energy of yesterday. I've given it up. Giving it up to that which created thee and asking them to receive me. You want this one, beloved? You want me to look at it? No. Anything else? Anything else in this deck? No. Okay. Balance. Justice. To balance out my energies. My negative and my positive coming to par with it. Because at the end of the day, it is what it is. It is. Everything is on to them anyway. For their will be done, not mine. And truth be told, you want that? Everything gonna come out in a rinse. Everything that go in the wash come out in a rinse. What they say was done in the dark comes to the light. It is. Shine a light on it. That's my fate. It is. To come to be a light. Because I have light. I come to be a light. To shine a light in dark places, that's my calling. To be a support for anybody that wants healing. set the building blocks for a new foundation. Help raise up a forgotten nation. Return those who are lost. Help them realize who they are. Who are you? You are the only begotten. You are creation. Listen, you want this too? You want to look at it? You are the only begotten of the Alpha and the Omega. That which made all things, created creation. And we are whole, and we are complete. And there is none broken, and there are none missing. There are shepherds held within thee, again, to go and find the lost sheep. Come, little lambs. Ooh, ooh. Your shepherd is calling thee. Yes, I hear you. I hear you calling. And I will answer thee. I've been given a job, a purpose, a decree. I have come to do a thing. Beloved, yes, speak through me. I am your willing and surrendered vessel. Ooh, and I am obedient. And I will go where you send me. And the word that you give, I will speak it. I have come to be a word, to give a word unto those who need it, who are seeking a thing, seeking and being diligent. Yes, obedient to the one that sent thee. Ooh, and wise enough to understand this thing, that no matter how much you think you know, you don't know a damn thing. And I'm happy to do it. Ooh, I am. You talking about that flow coming down on this, beloved? Being good with everything, coming to part with it, sitting on top of that egg with the spirit held within. Yes, holding the star. You see it on her intuition. You see that bright star over her heart, the light coming out from within, just showered in it. Treasure Island. Who carries the gift? Who carries the gift? Do you carry the gift? Yeah, you do, beloved. Yes. Happy to carry the gift. Yes. Graciously accepted. My calling, I'm so excited. And I'm protected. I know I'm protected. Yes, I am. There's nowhere I could ever go. I'm held in creation. Always, yo. Always, always, always. 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 Anything else in this, beloved? Yes. I want to get these two. What did I say? It's time to clean some shit up. Clean it up. I'm not saying that the promised land is now, but I know that we hold the promise. We do. Each one of us. Yes. Where is the kingdom? It's inside of you. Inside. Inside out, beloved. You are the begotten. You are it. We looking for it. You don't need to look. You only need to discover it on the inside. If the Father's throne, the Father will sit. I'm just saying Omega. Can I say it? Yes. Sits on the throne of your praise. Where does your praise come from? Where then is the throne? It's just questions that we ask to think about it in a different way. Got you food. Going around and around and around, I say. Inside out. Not outside in. Inside out. Got me upside down. Oh, you turn me inside out. Round, Round, upside down, you turn me. Giving love instinctually. Round and round we going. Trying to find thee when you within thee. Can you imagine that? Folks feeling orphaned and left out. When they sitting on a rock, you see the spirit? They sitting on a rock and they feeling left out. You sitting on that foundation and you feeling left out. Let something else tell you or make you feel like you left out when you are planted and sitting on the foundation, on the rock. You sit on it. You carry it with you. All that self-discovery and all the counseling that we go through, because we be needing it. We do. I'm not putting none of that out. Because to go up under that dark, heavy psychology is like living with a narc. All day, every day. And you have to, and what are the things that a narcissist does? The most insidious thing is gaslighting. Making you go against what you instinctually and naturally know. And doing that to you for so long that you forget your own faith. You have no trust in your own faith, your own spirit. You sit in a place of fear. All the time. Feeling like you're going to be abandoned and left out if they walk away from you. Doing everything, bending over backwards to hold on to it, trying to make it true. Trying to make it true, force it to be true. Think about it. Is that not insidious? Is it not a dark psychology? Is it not manipulation? Is it not everything they call in those books? Again, making you feel left out. Munchausen syndrome. Where's that one where you develop a relationship with your kidnapper and you don't want to leave him? It's time to rest on that. Time for a nap. We stuck between worlds, but they definitely got us sleep in it. Stuck between worlds, and a lot of people that sleep, for sure. But it's time to wake up. Time is ticking. It's always now. And we never know when the father and the mother will come. We don't. When the end will come and a new beginning will begin. Didn't they say we just crossed over into the world, the age of Aquarius? The age of the water bearer. It's because we need to do this. Line things up and do it by the book. Get back in the right way. You wrote this. But in the meantime, we get to play. We are light on a voluntary escape. Love, beloved. Be loved. Know that you are. Let's live. We can defeat evil by living. We defeat the devil by getting in the right way. Because again, lived backwards is the devil. But if you get in the right way and live forward, let the intelligence move before you and you submit and follow that, that which you instinctually know to be true. Your spirit resonating. You are connected to everything. Again, you can see the word on everything. The word is in you. You are the word made flesh. You are intelligence, living, breathing. If you are a brother, a sister in Christ, not simply because we related, what about all the ones that came before? The Alpha and Omega spoke out the word. Spoke it out, and it moved on the breath. Because again, you can't speak a word without the breath. They move together in tandem. Just as I'm speaking, I'm breathing. It is moving forward. It will come to be. That is why the power of life and death is in your tongue. Be careful of what you speak. I may speak it with some fire, but I ain't gonna lie. Why? Because I know the power of my tongue. I know the power of my words. The word that was baked in, that was put inside of me, that is animated in this God body. We are all pixels and pieces. Is there anything else in here, beloved? Yes. Co-creating. Co-creating. Alpha and Omega cause and decrees. The intelligence moving on the breath move forward to create that thing. We are co-creators in creation. The ability to call and create our own lives. And we do it in tandem with that which is eternal. Is that right? Yes. Yes. Ashe, ashe, ashe. You call your life to be. You call it. And oftentimes we call it based on what we believe. And unfortunately, a lot of us just only believe on what we see. But then again, if you go and Google search, how do these eyes see? You will see they don't see a fuck shit thing. It's put together in your mind, Maui. The consciousness. We are connected. Same way I could see you. The same way you see me. When these two don't see a fuck shit thing. Tell me how. A change is in the wind. It's a change coming. It's a change coming. Hold on. Change is coming. Hold on. Yes, loving and feeling. Change is coming. Are you flexible? Can you bend? Bend but don't break. Can you evolve? Can you adapt back to the old way? Coming to you as a new beginning in this day. Age of Aquarius, the water bearer, return of the flow, regeneration. When? Now. It's always now. Always now. Always now. Hold on. Change is coming. Can you go all the way? I know a lot of people feel like that's risky. Oh, it's risky. I can't believe on that because if I believe on that, I ain't gonna get into the gates. You can either get ready to go or you can sit in this. Never ending story. Round and around and around. Feeling left out. Doomed to repeat the same lessons over and over and over again. And that for me is hell. It is. I don't want to repeat the same lesson over and over again. Can you imagine staying in a relationship and you keep repeating the same fucked up shit over and over and over again? In a nightmare for which you could never wake up? Every time you wake up, you in the same nightmare, like Inception. You wake up and it's just another level, a dream, another dream state, another dream state. Because you're so far deep sleep. Then how many levels does it take to ascend before you truly wake up? Is it life imitating art, or is it art imitating life? I don't know. Maybe again it's just time to clean some shit up. Clean it up. Dig into your faith. Woo. To the sea. Woo. Woo. Go. Tell them, Mommy. Talk to your weep. Is it your fate to wake up? Or is it your fate to stay asleep? Because I know for me, it ain't no peace like home. No peace like home. I love it. Here and now. Here and now. Wake up to the truth of self. You are creation, beloved. You are whole and you are complete. There's nothing broken and there's nothing missing. And what did I say? Y'all see me? We grabbed a deck because we said one thing to be. Truth be told. And it's not lost upon me that this owl is standing on a mask. It is not lost upon me that the owl is opening up the door to self. Wisdom. Look within. The truth is there. Why? Because it's baked in. It's baked in. Favor, grace, mercy, repentance, recompense, surrenderance, obedience. To which you know truth within. Before we tell our children what they can and cannot be, beating and I mean cursing them. We place limitations on them the same way that limitations was placed on us. You just like this. You ain't gonna never be that. Or you stupid as a such a nasty thing to tell a child. Then make them believe things that just are not true. Why? Because you said so. Why? Because that's what was told to you. Why do we do it? Because that's what was done unto you. What's blocking us, beloved? What did I say? Let's change and get in the right way and do it now. Do it now. For we never know when that day will come. We just don't. Do you want something else in here? Yeah, because I know I felt something. This one. It's time to get in the right way and do it by the book, I shall. Be poised for a brand new day. Omega say we're not. Some people will lose their ish. I know I did yesterday. Is that how you called me to be? Thank you, beloved. Anger. It's an emotion. It's energy. Energy. There's nothing else in this card, but there's an energy left. What did I say? No peace like home. fate. We will all get there. We will all get there. It is our fate. It is our destiny to journey, to return back to those who sent thee. Nobody could take that away from thee. You could be safe. You're safe. You're safe. You are safe. You are whole. You are complete. There's nothing broken, and there are none missing. 1028 on the phone. Is there anything else, beloved? What would you like to get? This Holy Grail. We got the Nine of Swords right here, just the energy sitting on the top. But that's anxiety. That's that worry. That's that sleepless nights. Would you like for me to shuffle? Do you want this? Which one? This one? Five of Cups. And regret. Look at that angel. And regret. Not looking. Why? Because this. The conflict. Because of the conflict, beloved. Chaos, drama, and competition. Again, we said creation is warring against itself. Doesn't realize who it is. But that creates that loss and despair, that anxiety, the sleepless nights, the fear over where you be and where you're going. Sacrifice, change, healing old wounds. Can you face it? Can you face it? Or are you just destined to look away from it? I know what I see when I look this way, beloved. Who do I see? I see the end. But it's something about knowing that we will begin again. Yeah. Just the Queen of Cups. A little intuitive. Very compassionate. Protective, even. Over the ones that sent thee, knowing that they don't need no protection. But they're my parents, we. Tell me about my peeps. What up, y'all? It's week. What it is? Welcome to the week, there, y'all. Welcome to you. We about getting ready to wrap it up. Is there anything else in this deck, beloved? No? Any more energy? No? Well, we gonna put that down to what? But we do see this, though. Can I show them? Can I show them? Yeah, okay. 6 of Wands. Victory, I say. Victorious. Standing on the rock. On the pinnacle. High above the clouds. Love it. Arms stretched out wide, ready to receive. It's the end of the day. It's dusk. It's definitely not dawning. Could be, depending on your perspective. I say it's the end of the day. It's getting late. It's getting late. It's time to come in. Father say it's time to come to the sheepfold. Shepherd's calling. Come the lambs. Ooh, ooh. The shepherd is calling thee. Do you hear something calling? Do you hear something calling? Positive news, good news is coming. What's the good news? That you're safe. That you are whole. That you are complete. That there's nothing broken. And there are none missing. Anything else, beloved? No, but can we show them this too? Ooh, can we show them this too? We just gonna pick that Holy Grail to roll back up just so we can turn it around and show you. Woo. Lord. Woo. Victorious. Woo. 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 Commitment and values. What are you committed to and what do you value? Your faith or that organization? No, we're going to lean on faith. Yes. Spiritual traditions. That was having stripped away from me. Drowned out. Killed off. Burnt up. But it's time to regenerate it. Why? Because it's baked in. It's baked in. My spirit will resonate. It will lead me. It will tell me when I'm around something good and something that's just some downright fucking tomfoolery. Mm. Yeah, but we got to be diligent. And we got to work at it. There's work to be done. Are you ready to get at it? And look at this. Omega says, we are done. Don't turn around, my man. Why? Because it's hidden. You did it. You showed it. You did it. You lined it up. You see that? You see that? This one turned around the wrong way. What's behind that? Ooh. Something that's deceitful. Something that's lies. It's untrustworthy. Ooh. Because we in a spiritual battle. Yes. Are you shielded? You got your helmet on? You got that sword out? You ready to go to battle? Whew. Whew. Yes, I need to be strengthened. I give it all up to you. I come and ask for you to receive me. Yes, I tell you everything that I've learned on this here journey. I ask you to give me back what I need and replenish me. Because I am depleted of my spiritual tools and I need it. And I am ready to come to battle. Woo, woo, and take aim at it. And with them two with me, we don't miss. It's time to line this shit up. Get after it. It's time to go. It's time to get it. When? Now. Here and now. It ain't no other time than now. Because you never know when. Because, baby, beloved, I hear my shepherd calling. Come, little lambs. Your shepherd is calling thee. Whew. I love you. This is your girl, LT, here at Tears We Tarot Show, where you show enough, never know what you're going to get. Testimony meets tarot. It's time to get it. To the next now, y'all. This one's done. Alpha and Omega loves you. They do. And I love you too. I love you just like that because I love them that sent me. Yes. To come and do a thing. Just to answer my calling. For it is my destiny. To bring a word onto thee. The word that was baked in. Because I done heard something. Maybe the ending that's bringing in a brand new beginning.